here, and for today's video I wanted to do a tag video, which is actually something I don't think that I've ever done. Like, I've never followed an actual tag. I did film a boyfriend tag video, but we kind of did our own thing, so this is going to be my first tag video, and it is going to be on the spirituality tag. And I recently discovered this YouTuber. Her name is Simply Kenna, and her videos are so cute. I really enjoy them, but I saw her video, the spirituality tag, and I really wanted to do it. I'm answering the same questions that she is answering, so if you want to watch her video, I'm going to link it down below. But yeah, I'm just going to be answering 50 questions that are about spirituality, and I don't really identify with any kind of religion or belief, but I do believe in a lot of the stuff that spirituality talks about, so I thought I would be, I thought it would be good to answer these questions so you guys can know a little bit more about me. So the first question is, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? That is a hard one. I think that I would be about 20-ish, because I feel like in some ways I'm mature, but in some ways I'm not, and 20 isn't like too old. It's a little bit older, but it's not too old. Which is worse, failing or never trying? I would say that never trying is, because if you never try, then you never know what could have happened. Failing, at least you know what happened. Like, if you ask someone out and you get rejected, or you try to do something and you fail, maybe you know they need to work harder, or that maybe that's not the right thing for you. But if you never try, then you never know if you could be really successful at whatever that thing was, and you just always have that lurking in the back of your mind. Life is so short. Why do we do so many things we don't like and like so many things we don't do? That is a hard one. I think that we do a lot of things because we feel like we have to, like working a job you don't like, going to school, and maybe pursuing something you don't really want to do because you feel like you have to, you feel like you have to go to college to get that job. And nothing wrong with going to college if you want to get a certain job, but some people go to college even if they don't want to, and they don't really know what they're doing. That's just an example. I think that a lot of people don't really believe in themselves, or I don't know, don't want to do things out of risk for, like, getting out of their comfort zone, like maybe they don't want to go on a trip somewhere because they don't want to spend money, and spending money is something out of their comfort zone, or, something like that. So those are my thoughts. When it's all said and done, will you have said more than you've done? Honestly, I think yes, because there are a lot of times where I say I really want to do things, or I say that I'm going to do things, and I never follow through, or I don't follow through as much as I would like to, and I really want to change that, but I don't know. For now, the answer is yes. What is one thing you'd like to change about the world? I would like to change the amount that people judge each other, I think that we are all human, and we need to stop just judging one another based on stupid things like what clothes you're wearing, what makeup you choose to wear, anything about you. I think there's way too much judgment going on, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect and that I don't judge others as well. I try not to be judgmental, but I wish that people would stop judging each other and stop becoming so invested in negative things or in drama. If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? Honestly, I think that doing this would make me rich, and also traveling, like making YouTube videos, is one of my favorite things to do. I feel like it's a way that I can express myself and just share a part of my life with you guys, but just traveling the world too and seeing new things and meeting new people, I don't know. I love just exploring and traveling. Are you doing what you believe in, or are you settling for what you are doing? I definitely think I'm doing what I believe in. I don't know, for so long I just felt like I was doing things to please other people, but finally I have decided to push more towards my goals and, pursue YouTube. I'm almost done with school. I plan on moving to Los Angeles pretty soon, so yeah, I definitely think I'm doing what I believe in. If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? Honestly, I don't think that I would live my life that much differently. I feel like I'm doing... Oh, hi kitty. I feel like I'm, doing the things that I want to do right now at the appropriate time. To what degree have you actually controlled the course your life has taken? I think in some ways, I've controlled it. I've decided what school I want to go to and stuff like that, but that is a hard one. But I guess I was born in this life, in this city, so I guess I haven't really controlled a lot of it. I always think, because I'm like half Taiwanese, what if I had grown up in Taiwan instead of the United States? Like, my life would be way different if just my dad had made a different decision or my mom had made a different decision, and I don't know, it's just really interesting to think about because I feel like I don't really have control over that. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? I think I'm more worried about doing the right things because, I don't know, with anything you could try as hard as you could to do it right, but if it's not the right thing, then it's probably, you know, not what's best. You're having lunch with 3 people you respect and admire. They all start criticizing a close friend of yours not knowing she is your friend. The criticism is distasteful and unjustified. What do you do? I definitely would stand up for my friend, even if it was someone that I really admired. You know, you can't admire someone forever. If they say something like that about my friend, I would definitely stand up for them. I don't know, I'm always all about standing up for my friends. I hate when people talk down on me or my friends or my family, so I would definitely stand up for my friends, no matter who it was. If it was President Obama and he started talking shit about my family, I would stand up for my family. If you could offer a newborn child only one piece of advice, what would it be? My piece of advice, even though it would be really cliche, is to treat others how you want to be treated. There are so many just mean people out there, and it makes me upset, so I would want that newborn baby to be nice to everyone. Would you break the law to save a loved one? I definitely would break the law to save a loved one. I think that sometimes your relationship with your family or your friends is definitely way more important than following the law. Have you ever seen insanity where you later saw creativity? That is a really hard one. I would say yes, but I can't think of a specific example right now. What's something you know you do differently than most people? That is a really hard question because I'm thinking of things that I do, but they're not really different from like a lot of people. I guess something that I've noticed a lot of people don't do is like really stand up for themselves or stand up for something that they believe in. And even though I know a lot of people do this, it's I guess something different than most people. But if someone is making fun of something I believe in, or one of my friends are making fun of me, I really will stand up for myself, and that's something that I didn't used to do, and that's something that a lot of people don't really do, but it's something that I do. I'm not saying that like no one does it, but a lot of people definitely do it, but a lot of people don't. How come the things that make you happy don't make everyone happy? I think, you know, everyone's different. Some people will find enjoyment in talking in front of a camera like I do. Other people get anxiety over it, they get nervous, they're afraid of the judgment. I guess I like taking risks, I like being myself, and yeah, everyone's different. Some people like to be in their comfort bubble, some people don't like to put themselves out there, but that's something that I really like doing. What one thing have you not done that you really want to do? What's holding you back? I really want to get into acting, and I guess what's holding me back is just like the daunting thought of it. It sounds really scary. I don't have a ton of experience on it. It just sounds terrifying, and I guess my own fear is what's holding me back. Are you holding on to something you need to let go of? I think that I definitely hold on to a lot of anger. If you guys watched the video about my mom, I still hold a lot of anger towards her, and I think that is something that I need to let go. I just hold a lot of anger about things that maybe aren't really that big a deal, or are things that I should have forgave or forgotten about long ago, but anger is definitely something that I've held on to for a long time, no matter what the situation is. If you had to move to a state or country besides the one you currently live in, where would you move and why? I would like to move to Los Angeles. I love it there so much. Los Angeles, California. And I just love California in general. I love the people, I love the beach, I love just the opportunities there. I plan on moving there eventually, and I can't wait. Do you push the elevator button more than once? Do you really believe it makes the elevator faster? That is an interesting question. Sometimes I do push it more than once, and I don't think that it makes it go faster, but it gives me something to do in that moment of impatience. Like when I am frustrated or something that the elevator door isn't closing, in that moment with that little bit of frustration, I'm just like, duh! But yeah, I do sometimes. Would you rather be a worried genius or a joyful simpleton? Honestly, probably a worried genius, because I feel like that already is happening now. Even though I'm not a genius, you know, I have gone vegan because I found out about what was going on with the meat and dairy industry. You know, you're just the more that you're aware, the more that you're able to change and fix the world. And if you're just a joyful simpleton, whatever this Q&A thing calls it, you don't really know what's going on, you're ignorant. There's not really much that you can do that'll change the world if you don't know what's going on. And I guess you live a more happy life, but I would never really want to go back to not knowing what was going on. So definitely a worried genius. Why are you you? Wow, these are some deep questions. I think that I am me because of all of the experiences I've had in my life, even though that sounds very cliche. All of the experiences and choices that I have made have led to this moment in my life. And that is just who I am today. There's not really anything else to say. Have you been the kind of friend you want as a friend? I definitely think that I have been, or at least I try to be. I try to be the best friend that I can. Sometimes I'm not perfect, but you know, I definitely try to be a really good friend. Which is worse, when a good friend moves away or losing touch with a good friend who lives right near you? I think that it's when a good friend moves away, because when someone, you know, you lose touch with someone, sometimes it's just because of certain situations. Maybe you've been busy, maybe you guys have both changed and you don't really relate anymore, but when you have a really strong connection with someone and they just move away and you're no longer physically near them and you just can't hang out with them anymore, I think that is worse. What are you most grateful for? I am probably most grateful for my family and my friends, and most specifically my dad, because he has always been there for me. He was, you know, a dad and a mom when I didn't have a mom. He, you know, has provided me with this place to live and has really just helped me become the person who I am today. Would you rather lose all of your old memories or never be able to make new ones? That is so hard. Oh my god. I think that I would rather lose all of my old memories, because if you're never able to make new memories, you're constantly stuck in that old mindset, and that would just kill me. Is it possible to know the truth without challenging it first? I think it definitely is, but it is important to challenge the truth, you know? You can't believe everything that everyone tells you or everything that you hear. It's important to challenge things, but I think that you can know the truth without challenging it first. Has your greatest fear ever come true? Not really. I do have a really strong fear of getting into a car accident, and I've been in one car accident, but it wasn't major. It was just, you know, we hit the back of another car. It wasn't like the airbag went off or anything, but definitely my biggest fear is getting into some major car accident and getting hurt, or one of my friends getting hurt. That is my biggest fear. Do you remember that time 5 years ago when you were extremely upset? Does it really matter now? I definitely do remember that time, and it does not matter at all now. Oh my gosh, I was upset over a boy, and 5 years ago, that was in like 7th grade. I was so distraught over the breakup of this boy, and yeah, it does not matter at all now. That is crazy to think about. What is your happiest childhood memory? What makes it so special? I think that my happiest childhood memory was when I was really little. It was before kindergarten, so I was like 4 or something. My dad printed out all of these coloring pages from just the computer. He had found them online. We printed out all of these coloring pages, and he let me color all of them, and then there was this wall in the basement, and he let me cover the whole entire wall with all of these drawings and paintings, and it was really fun. I don't know, I would just look at that wall and be like, these are all my pictures. Like, my brother didn't have any of his pictures on the wall. I thought it was so cool, and I think it's really special because I was so happy. It was so pure, you know. I just wanted to color all of these things and put them up on the wall, and then I felt so much pride seeing all of my paintings there. So that is probably my happiest childhood memory. At what time in your recent past have you felt most passionate and alive? I think honestly my first trip to Los Angeles, when I went for VidCon and I was meeting subscribers and I was hanging out with people and I was making new friends every day. Literally every day I was meeting someone new who was really amazing, and I don't know, just everything was going so well, and that was probably when I felt most excited and alive, because it was just an amazing time, and I was like, wow, this could be my life. I could move down here, I could, you know, hang out with all of these amazing people. If not now, then when? I think that, you know, once you start thinking about your goals, then everything that you do kind of goes towards those goals. So if it's not possible for you to achieve your goals now, then think about them, manifest them, and in doing that, you will be helping to achieve your goals. If you haven't achieved it yet, what do you have to lose? I would say that, oh my god, these questions are really, like, I haven't really read through all of these, I'm answering them right now, and like, damn. If you haven't achieved it yet, what do you have to lose? I guess what I have to lose with what I don't, with what I want to achieve is just finances. Like, the things that I want to achieve really require a lot of maybe money, like to move or to travel or to be somewhere, and that's really what's holding me back. Have you ever been with someone, said nothing, and walked away feeling like you had the best conversation ever? I definitely have. You know, you just see someone and you make eye contact with them and you kind of connect with them, or maybe there's something similar about your situation, like you see something weird happen and you and this other person make eye contact and you just seem to have some kind of unspoken connection, and I've definitely felt that before. Why do religions that support love cause so many wars? This is an interesting question, and I think that it's because people start thinking that they're better than other people, and even though the religion promotes love, people think that, oh, because I am a Christian, you know, everyone who is a Muslim is, you know, not as good. I'm not saying this is true, this is just an example, but some people start thinking that they're better than other people. They have this certain connection with whatever deity, or I don't even know how to say that, deity that they're talking about. Like, maybe they think they have a special connection with God or with Jesus or whatever other religious being that there is, and they start thinking that they're better than other people and that they are more special because they follow a certain religion, and that these other people maybe don't deserve to live. And I think that is why a lot of wars are caused. Is it possible to know without a doubt what is good and what is evil? I don't think that any one person can 100% know what is good and what is evil. It's also up to interpretation, you know. There are some things that some people may find good that others may find evil, and some things that are evil that others may find good. If you just won $1 million, would you quit your job? Right now my job is YouTube. I would not quit my job. I love doing this. If I won $1 million, I would probably just, you know, put it away. I don't know. I don't know if that much would change in my life. I would give some to my dad and my family. Yeah, but I definitely would not quit my job. Would you rather have less work to do or more work you actually enjoy? I would probably rather have more work that I actually enjoy doing, because I feel like that's kind of what I did. You know, I quit my job and I decided to do YouTube, which full-time I feel like is way more work. I've stayed up so many nights just trying to balance editing and working and filming and doing schoolwork and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely way better than having work that I don't enjoy. I feel like you've lived this day 100 times before. I think that I have. Honestly, not really that much exciting has happened, but I guess every day is a little bit different, so maybe not completely, but a lot of my days have been similar. When was the last time you marched into the dark with only the soft glow of an idea you strongly believed in? That is really hard. I think that maybe when I went vegan, that was something that, you know, I was kind of just doing. I did not know a lot about it when I first went vegan. I didn't even think I could do it. I thought it was going to be way too hard, but yeah, that's probably the last time that I did something like that. I can't think of anything major now. I can think of like small things. I guess also quitting my job and pursuing YouTube as my full-time job, because maybe you guys can tell I don't have like a huge amount of subscribers. It's kind of a risky thing for me to do, but yeah, it was something I really wanted to do, even though staying with my job would have maybe given me more money or been more stable. It was just something I didn't want to do. If you knew that everyone you know was going to die tomorrow, who would you visit today? Oh my god. Probably visit my dad, my brother, as many of my friends as I could, and probably my mom, even though I haven't talked to her in a really long time. I would probably just, you know, clear things up. I would definitely visit my boyfriend. Would you be willing to reduce your life expectancy by 10 years to become extremely attractive or famous? Definitely not. I feel like having life, like physical life, is way more worth it than being extremely attractive or famous. I don't know, and if I did that, I would constantly be thinking like, you know, even the day I died, I'd be like, no, I don't have these things to finish. I could have had 10 more years, but I decided to like have this fame or whatever, and even if I had that fame or that beauty, I would still be like, oh my gosh, this is because I decided to take 10 years out of my life. What is the difference between being alive and truly living? I think the difference between being alive and truly living is that, you know, being alive, you could just be doing your day-to-day things, you probably aren't happy, you probably just aren't in the situation you want to be, but with truly living, I think that you are happy doing the things you want to be doing, you have the job that you really want, you're just a happy person. When is it time to stop calculating risk and rewards and just go ahead and do what you know is right? I think that just as soon as you realize that you want to do something or that something isn't right and you need to change it, I think that you should, which is something I definitely need to work on. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? I think that because sometimes the price to pay of making a mistake is way more scary and way more, just causes way more damage to, you know, any part of your life than it is to just not make that mistake. For example, you know, a mistake could mean killing someone on accident or losing all of your money, and to a lot of people and myself, I would rather not make that mistake. If I could learn from it, you know, an easier way, then I definitely would. What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? I don't think I would do a lot differently. I would probably maybe present myself a little bit differently. I wouldn't, you know, be so worried all the time. I don't really care a lot what other people think, but I guess being on YouTube, I'm constantly judged, and yeah, there isn't much I would change, but I would probably present myself a little bit differently. I would live my life, probably not be in school right now, you know. When was the last time you noticed the sound of your own breathing? That is really interesting. I guess now that it is mentioned, I do notice it, but whenever I work out, I noticed the sound of my own breathing a couple days ago at the gym. You know, I was just doing my bike thing and I noticed the sound of my own breathing. And also when I edit my vlogs, my vlog camera picks up on my voice really well, and I just hear myself breathing. It really bothers me. What do you love? Have any of your recent actions openly expressed this love? I love traveling and I love making YouTube videos, so definitely I posted a YouTube video yesterday. And I'm about to go to Paris, and I just got back from Los Angeles, so I think that I am openly expressing my love. In 5 years from now, will you remember what you did yesterday? What about the day before that or the day before that? I don't think I'll strongly remember what I was doing, except for maybe I'd remember the fact that I'm going to school and that I, you know, just turned 18 recently and I'm planning my move to Los Angeles. I would probably remember just thinking how boring my life was before, or how I used to think or dress or something like that, but I don't think it would be extremely memorable in my life. The last question. Decisions are being made right now. The question is, are you making them for yourself or are you letting others make them for you? That is really hard. I think that sometimes I do let others make the decision for me. For example, I don't really want to go to school, but I guess I am kind of doing it for me to get my degree in my education, but I'm kind of doing it to please my dad because he really wants me to go. Pursuing YouTube is something I really want to do. Moving to Los Angeles is something I really want to do, but I don't know if I even want to do it so early. I think that maybe I'd want to later. I was planning on moving in December. Now I think that's too early, but anyways, wow, that was a lot of questions. Those are like really draining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just to let you know, none of these questions have a right or wrong answer. If you do this tag, be sure to send it to me so I can watch it. I would love to see what you guys choose as your answers, but wow, these are really hard questions. Like, my brain feels really fried right now and just like, ugh. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed doing it, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was very rambly and I didn't sound very well put together, but let me know if you guys want to see more tag videos from me. I would definitely like to do more in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you liked it or a dislike if you didn't like it, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.